Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Gotta be lying. Roll, roll, roll.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
And that's definitely the way you get things started. That's the way it was drawn up in the locker room, in pregame, and everything. And they got it done right away, running the ball for a big game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line.
Go! 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check, hurt, hurt. Ready.
Off play action, Ward. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Titans at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Come on, come on. Cougar 19. Let's go.
Now a give right side. It's Yates. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3rd down and 13.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
To throw, here's Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And his kick here is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. Room to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. 31 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. In motion right, that's Collins. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Got his man, Dell. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield.
And shutting it off now open field. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So they go from 142-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, ready.
Up the middle they go. Yates. They'll get a nice chunk there on a 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Okay,
This
ready?
2nd and 4.
Get up. Panther 60, Panther 60. Mustang 19, Buffalo 18. Let's go.
To throw is Ward. Got his man, Okonkwo. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
It's a gain of
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Ready.
On 1st down, it's Yates. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Deputy! Deputy Lions! Let's go!
They'll keep it on the ground. Yates. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Here's 2nd and 10. Give to Hall running right. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. You talk about this Titan defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Slot man moves right. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the quick, right? 118. Whoa.
Here's Stroud. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10. In motion right, that's Collins. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Here we go. 118.
Play action. Here's Stroud. That's complete. It's Jalen Noel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Texans first down.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
All right. Tony. Good.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Breece Hall, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Texans 7. Jaime Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Okay, break.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Ready? Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing is Ward. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Yards on the play. And the Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Ward. That went into the hands of Flowers. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Viking 18.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers. Touchdown, Titans. Zay Flowers, 49 yards. And the Titans are able to stretch out their lead. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Texans 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Escapes the defender. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A give running right is Hall. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Stroud. The back foot throw there is incomplete.
The offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
18. That's it. 19 Texans.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Open man is Collins. He's got it. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Here we go. South. Whoa.
Stroud to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
First down, Texans.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
All right.
Straight ahead is Hall. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Odafe Owe there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. As Stroud now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Here we go. Swap. Level swap.
Now Stroud. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. What a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cook. Hey, check that. Street. Let's go.
On play action, Ward. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
18. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Yates. But he winds up getting only a couple there. Down to the 29.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80. Ready,
Here's Ward. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Ball again on 2nd down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
All right. 18.
Stroud off the play fake. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second down in a yard. A handoff for Hall. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
All right. 18.
Stroud looking to throw. That's going to be brought in by Higgins.
Let's go.
13 yards on the play. And the Texans.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 18. That's it. Robbie.
Here goes Stroud again. That's over the middle into the hands of Noel. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll give to Hall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And the deficit will hold pat at 13.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
Tag! Cougar 19! Ready?
Now Ward. A final shot before break. He finds his man complete. That's Yates. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
All right. 18.
On the draw, it's Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They get 1 yard back there to make it second and 14. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Swap. Another swap.
Throwing on second and 14. Stroud. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted. The Titans take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready? 70, Timberwolf. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll run on first down. Yates. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Ready? Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now Ward. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Zay Flowers. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for two.
70, Timberwolf. 19 Lions. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this is going to be intercepted.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4. Ball again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, partners, the defense isn't going to adjust, and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over. They're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's another Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49.
Here's a give to Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Stroud. They intercept Stroud again, the 3rd time in this game. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Got it. Ready? Get it. Cougar 19. Cut it. Ready.
Off play action, Ward. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Ready.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Now a give right side. It's Yates. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. The 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. The point after is good. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Titans 33, Texans 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
On the cleat, right? 118. What's up?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves.
They'll keep it on the ground. Yates. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
108 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Sack. 70 Lions.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here we go, shot. Hawk 70, Hawk 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
To throw is Ward. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Titans get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played.
And got his man complete.
Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
77 yards.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
And he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Texans will line up for the two-point conversion.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So now the Texans offense back onto the field. They'll line up and go for 2 here.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Hey, south.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense, everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 3.
Ready? Pep to 60. Pep. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Yates. Now he's into the clear again. Inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 60 yards. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Texans, 1st down.
In motion left is Higgins.
13 yards.
They'll run here with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go. 19 seconds. 18. Let's go.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the 1 touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
18. Let's go.
Back to throw. Stroud. That's to the sideline and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
18. That's it.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And it is caught, pushing his way through. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go. 18. That's it.
Stroud out of the gun here. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
18.
Stroud working out of the gun. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
18. Outside. Movement.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Titans are going to take over here up near the 40. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Ready. Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Yates. They're going to snub this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. On now is the Titans punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And this will be a Texans 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Play action. Stroud now. Down the field, he's got Noel.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
18, what's that?
On 3rd down, here's Hall. But they won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Tony. Hey, uno.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And caught up. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistake.